A multi-video game system, portable handheld, a digital audio workstation with a built-in synthesizer and sequencer, a tribute to portable gaming. Out of the box, Pocket is compatible with the 2780 plus Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game cartridge library. Pocket works with cartridge adapters for other handheld systems too, like Game Gear, Neo Geo, Pocket Color, Atari Lynx, and more, completely engineered in two FPGAs, my mistake. And there's no emulation, except they do have a space for like a micro SD card. So, is this the new PSP? I'm thinking so. Welcome to SRPG Plus. It's your Guy Kappa Kai. I just wanted to do another video just talking about a few pieces of gaming news that just recently occurred. So first, I want to talk about the Galar region of Pokemon and all the new information and all the new Pokemon we've learned about in the past few weeks since Sirfetch'd was revealed. Earlier, I'd say about a week and a half ago, we learned about the Galarian version of Ponyta. And that's actually a huge Gen 1 favorite. A lot of people love that Pokemon. And it's actually a psychic type. From the appearance and the announcement that was 24 hours long, did not need to be that way, but a Nintendo Game Freak, you do you. That Ponyta is psychic, and it has this little, it looks kind of like cotton candy. It's like a mix of a light greenish, turquoise and purple. It's a really cool combination, and it's a really cool looking variant. Yeah, with the coughing variant and this, and the Sirfetch'd evolution, I believe Zangoose evolutions, with the Rockstar based on Kiss, that's all pretty cool. Also, they've kind of expanded on Dynamaxing, the new mechanic of Sword and Shield. People have been kind of wondering what other Pokemon can Dynamax, what other Pokemon will get cool forms from it. Will it even be cool to use in the game? And I think they just sold a lot of people on it yesterday, October 16th. They showed basically the OG Pikachu returning. Big Chungus Pikachu Gen 1. Big boy. He's back. If you Dynamax a Pikachu, it shows a big, wide, short, stubby Pikachu, and his tail's kind of it's even in its shape, it's more OG, how sharp the turns of it are for the male tail. And yeah, he looks cool, and the back of his tail's really shiny, it's lighting up. And then they also did Eevee, which makes sense because of, I guess they're really trying to bring Eevee up as a mascot along with Pikachu, because we already know Pikachu's the face of Pokemon. Eevee is a giant Eevee, and she has fluff around her neck where she has her fur, and it looks kind of cool. Definitely she does look different. And this one is Wild Meowth. He looks like your cat when you pick him up by his arms, his armpits. You just stand and he stands on his feet. That's what the Meowth looks like. Long tail, long cat meme. Meowth. And he has this really cool symbol on his coin on his forehead. If you're into Meowth Persian, look forward to Sword and Shield. You'll get to mess around with some more Meowth and get some extra stuff, extra moves at least. And then we also have Butterfree. This one caught me so by surprise. It looks very cool, has gigantic wings, a slightly different version of the body, has a little poof by the wings. I think it's on its back. So Butterfree actually looks cool, and that's practically a fourth evolution. At what, level 12? That sounds good enough for me. Yeah, I'll take that. The last one is what pretty much sold me on Dynamaxing in total, and that was Dynamaxed Charizard. Wow, that actually looked really cool. He pretty much looks like a giant dragon. If you play Monster Hunter, he looks kind of like what an Elder Dragon would look like in Pokemon. He's just huge. He has a big body, but he's still the same type of dimensions as normal Charizard. His belly and the bottom of his thighs has these marks on them. And if you've watched the original Pokemon movie, where all those Pokemon were captured, and they had those marks on them, it looks like the marked up Charizard a little bit, but the marks are only at the bottom, and they're kind of lighter. It's a really cool feature and distinction for that Charizard, and he also has flame all around him. especially around his back. Very cool and very surprising. And also, this news just recently broke. The Analogue Pocket just got announced, and if you know anything about retro systems that have been made recently to basically play your games and be well built and last a long time, they just announced basically a successor to all handheld gaming, like pre-DS and PSP essentially. And I'm very excited for this. The screen is extremely good. It's better than the Switch. It is a 1600 by 1440 resolution, 3.5 inch screen, like LCD. Imagine playing your Game Boy Advance games, because a lot of those games look like Super Nintendo games but on steroids, you know, because of just time passing and more time working with those graphics. Imagine playing Golden Sun on this. Man, imagine playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start buying a bunch of basically cartridge games before 2020 when this comes out. So this system isn't only for playing games as well. You can actually make music on it as a synthesizer, and it sounds like a pretty cool idea. It's making chiptune stuff. That's the music that's on all these games essentially. So I think that's a really cool detail, and that will lead to a lot of cool songs and a lot of underground communities spurring up, because you just have you buy the system to play games, and you can also use it to make music. So I don't see why people who are interested in both would not do it. And the amount of games they have, like Neo Geo Pocket, Game Gear from Sega, freaking Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance is, I'm so happy, because I've been looking at all the modded Game Boy Advance stuff, trying to get into that scene with the Game Boy SP. Like it's the screen that can like change its warmth and everything, and it is a light up screen. They'll put that into a Game Boy Advance, and some people will mod a battery into it, so it's like this beefy Game Boy Advance SP type thing, but a different shell, because a lot of people like that traditional Game Boy Advance feel. It feels very good ergonomically. I am not getting this. I think I'm going to save some money, set aside some dough, and get the Analogue Pocket. It's launching in 2020. It's $200, but I think it's worth it because the system can also dock. Comes with a dock. It has 2 USBs. You can connect wired controllers that way. The dock charges it. It's very compact. This thing looks like the real deal. The fact that you can output to HDMI, like imagine trying to capture footage for any one of these games. Game Gear Shining Force, yeah, I can capture footage for that and do an SRPG showcase. That sounds very useful to me. So thank you all very much. Thanks for checking out the channel again. Peace.